everybody. Welcome to our next episode of the DIY Designer. Dina is currently on the air with her daytime job today, so you have just me. We had some technical difficulties with an interview that we did with Samantha Day, and it just breaks my heart because I'm so excited to have her on our podcast. We're going to have to re-record that one. And it's actually going to be 2 episodes where we talk about sleep and things you can do in your bedroom, like as far as design and decor for the different stages of your life and how to get a better night's sleep. And for some reason, the audio file was corrupted and I can't use it. So today you're getting just me on the fly. And we are going to talk kitchens. But first, I just want to thank everybody who reached out to me after last week's episode about my depression and anxiety. And, like I said, God had been talking to me and pushing me to do this, and I was very resistant. And for those of you who listen or do business coaching with Jennifer Allwood, she actually just did a podcast, a week or 2 ago about, hey, stop being a chicken. And when God tells you to do something, you can't make it on your terms. You just got to do it. So I did. And I got some wonderful responses and people who really just needed to hear that message and know that they're not alone and know, they understood the struggles that I had gone through because they had gone through them as well, and they were happy to know that there is a light. So thank you all for your responses for last week, and we'll keep the dialogue open because I know that this is an important topic. So today we're talking kitchens. I'm going to call out my best friend. I'm not going to name her name. But she's going through a kitchen renovation. I'm going through a kitchen renovation at a lake project. And I just want to talk briefly about this time of year and renovations in general. So we're working on a lake house project, us personally, and we are getting contractor quotes through the roof. And especially if you live in a rural area, a place where, hunting is a big thing. Many of the, not necessarily contractor business owners, but many of the people that they employ to do the labor, they take off this time of year and they go hunting. We were warned about this back in September. I know this to be true from years of dealing with the industry. We couldn't help the time of year. We ended up buying this lake house. So we were sort of stuck. We couldn't really exactly plan it out the way that we wanted to. But when you are planning your big projects, things that are totally going to disrupt your life, like a bathroom, like a roof, like an addition, like a kitchen, you might want to stay away from this time of year. Because like I said, the contractors don't have as many people to put out on the job sites. This is a high demand time of year. You have, everybody wants their kitchen done before Thanksgiving and Christmas because they're having a gajillion people over. And they can jack up their price because they know everybody's on a time crunch. So if you can, wait until January or February when the hunting season is winding down to when the demand and the crunch time is not so high, I would advise you to do so. And this is nothing against the contractors. They are, like I said, working with a smaller workforce. They are in high demand. There are a lot of people that are giving them deadlines of Thanksgiving, Christmas, the week before Christmas, New Year's, whatever have you. And there's only so much of them to go around. So what they do is they sort of turn it into a bidding war, and whoever pays the highest price gets them. That's just the nature of business. That's the nature of this business. But if you're trying to do a renovation on a budget, do not do it during this time of year. So we're also dealing with a siding project at our lake house. And again, it's one of those things where people are trying to get all their siding and their roofs done before the really cold weather hits. And we are paying much, much more than we did on the house that was even bigger that we were working on in the spring. Again, it comes because of the time crunch, because of the lower workforce. It's just the way it is. There's the fourth quarter push in construction and renovation. So in the kitchens that we are working on, one of the things that we are noticing are the custom hoods. I very badly want a custom hood in the lake house kitchen, and that is almost the cost of all of the kitchen cabinets combined. So that being said, I am probably going to get a range hood, just stainless steel, and I'm probably going to encapsulate it and make my own cover to have it fit in with the decor. It will save me about $4,000. I could probably, it's $4,600 for the hood that matches the cabinets, and I'm only doing lower cabinets. Again, to try to cut cost, we're doing barnwood on our upper cabinets, floating barnwood shelves. I'm doing a tile backsplash just behind the oven, not the entire wall. And I actually found the perfect tile, and it was on sale on clearance at Home Depot. Also, I was just in both Home Depot and Lowe's in the past week, and they're having lots of clearance sales. A, to make room for their Christmas stuff, and B, the appliance year is closing out. And they're trying to make room for the new appliances. So if there are appliances that you have been looking for, if any of the particular vendors that, the manufacturers that you're looking at, if they are changing the model, this is the model closeout, this is when you can get the deals. I actually purchased all of the appliances for the lake house before we even owned the lake house, just by a matter of days. And it was a fantastic deal. I got all the appliances for well under my budget, and it was exactly what I wanted. Right now, this lake house is nothing but 2x4s. We have stripped it down to 2x4s and plywood floors. We are not ready for delivery. So with many of those companies, you can delay your delivery for up to 90 days. So they will be delivered probably the end of November when I finally have some walls up. But just know that if you find a deal, even if you're not started the project yet, go ahead and order them. You have a time frame that you can work with. It's also a little bit better, and I will tell you a story about the kitchen renovation that we did in the house that we live in. This was back in 2003. We gutted the kitchen. It started in August. We told my husband's entire family, and he comes from a very big family, that we would host Thanksgiving in our brand new home and in our brand new kitchen. Well, we had to special order a double oven to fit in the area that we needed to fit into. And we ordered it in August, and we were told we'd have it by the end of September, and then it got moved back to the middle of October, and then it got moved back to the end of October, and then it got moved to November, and then we were told we were lucky if we would get it by the first of the year. Well, you can't have Thanksgiving without an oven. So we went to some other local stores and found the oven that I wanted. It literally was delivered and installed the day before Thanksgiving. So when you're talking about kitchen renovations, even though you may be starting in August, just know you might not have it done until much, much later in the year. So try and plan as best as you can. Sorry, my puppy is like being obnoxious right now. Remington, go lay down. So use your planner, try and plan it out so that way you're not stressed, you're not figuring out how you're going to make Thanksgiving dinner for 30 family members when you don't have an oven. So just, sorry, I guess I have to go walk the dog now, but I just wanted to, give you guys a quick update. Thank you for your responses last week. And we'll do more kitchen stuff in the next few weeks. So take care, stay creative, and we'll see you next week.